What's going on, Bigfoot world? I took about 10 steps out after I shut the camera off, and I came across this. How fascinating is this? Now, just looking at this, it tells me a lot. Let me fill you guys in real quick. That way is the maze. Back that way, you see that arch? That arch is bent over into the ground right there. Okay. And then I turn around this way. Is the barricade, a new barricade. This was not here. This is just put here in between the last time I came and this time. This was just created. So it's telling me this corridor runs this way. They're down in the bottom of there. I always knew, like in the back of my mind, something told me that that's where to go. And I know that's where to go to find them. Where they're like literally staying at, they're living. But the thing is about that spot, me and Fred been down in there, I want to say twice. It's deep. It's very, very steep. It's about an hour straight down into this pit to where there's 4 or 5 surrounding mountains. And you're at the bottom. There's a creek flowing around like this island at the bottom. And there's a massive rock face out in the middle of that island with holes going underneath, like mini caves going underneath of it. I filmed it once. It's a feeling when you're down in there, like it's very easy to get down into, but to get out of there, if something were to happen or take place down there, you'll never get out. And that's why I feel like that's why they're there. And I know that they're down there. So I think my next trip, me and Fred's next trip out, we're going to take a trip down in there. We're going to spend a couple hours just sitting out on that rock, hanging out, see what happens, see what they do to us. They all know us here. We've been here for years, intermingling with these guys. They should be used to seeing us. I think I'm not going to do it alone, but the next time me and Fred's out here, that's where we're going to go. But I was checking this structure out, guys. It's fascinating because this was brought in and rammed into the ground right here. That one is grown in, but it was arched over and weighed in by this bigger log. It's fascinating, guys. This is new, but it's also a barricade for any like all-terrain vehicles to get through here to go down there. There's a rock just came in from that direction, but I know they're down there without a shadow of a doubt. I know they're down there. That's like a dark place nobody wants to go, but that's the only way we're going to find anything out is to go into the places people don't want to go. So, Fred, that's our next journey, man. Get your boots up, laced up and ready to roll. It definitely feels better. It feels good to get back out into this, man. I'm surprised my camera's still holding footage, man. I'm definitely going out after I get out of these woods, and I'm going to go get me a new camera somewhere. I want to see the camera. I don't want to order it and be disappointed when the shit comes. I want to see it. I want to hold it. I want you to tell me about what it does, its functions, how it works, all that. I'm tired of ordering shit and being getting a big chunk of plastic that I can't do nothing with, and then spend $500-$600 on top of it with all the accessories that comes with it. It's like you just robbed me. So I'm gonna go shopping in my local malls and see what I can find, guys. I want a better camera. I want a better stabilizer. I want the works. I want to be ready for September and October. I want to be out here every day, getting into something crazy. I will be out here every day, getting into something crazy. Let me rephrase that. I hate walking these logs. For one, they're super, super slippery. Snakes love them. And there's just too many things can go wrong right now walking on these by myself, especially with snake chaps on. Sorry guys, I'm on rough terrain. Looks like I'm about to come out onto the trail again. It definitely was a cool trip so far. I can't wait to see what's going on with Bigfoot in the hole. I ain't been there in a couple years. I wanted Money Mike to be here with me when I went back up in there. So he can tell his story. He was the one that spotted it off first. And then Jeffrey spotted it, and I didn't see it because of the angle that I was at. On this one, that arch marks the spot. That's a perfect arch. That's how I know where to go in at to find it. This trail here, me and my Uncle Joe made, because coming in on quads over there, you gotta cross that creek, and when you get down in there, you sink in. And my quad was 2-wheel drive, so I came over onto this side and started crossing in. It made a whole nother trail going out around that rut. I feel like there's something down inside my snake gator biting my leg, and that shit hurts. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to check once I get home. It looks like a fresh break. That's another thing. I got a story to tell you guys tonight. Well, by the time you see this video, you had already heard the story on Friday Night Live. Not to mention Bigfoot in the hole, but this is a tree nut behind me. This is the same spot I filmed the alpha, and the very massive alpha, and right behind him, sitting leaning up against a rock, was his female. She's solid red. She's the only red one in the whole tribe, in the whole pack. Damn, spider webs. But I filmed her over here to my right. Well, both of them. He was looking down toward the ravine. He didn't even care that we was over here, while she was watching us the whole time. He didn't care. He didn't have no care at all. He didn't look at us once, but she did. She watched us the whole entire time. Anyways, as I was saying about this hole, it was, I'll wait till I get up to it and I'll tell you the story about it. I'm gonna get my flashlight out just in case. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I gotta put my backpack back on. I'm ready. Oh shit, I almost fell. But I'm ready. Here I come. The sound is just eerie. Actually, the alpha was standing over there, and the female was up against that rock face setting. See how that's all weaved up? Right over there's the hole. See, I was standing over here on this side, looking into this hole, and I couldn't see it. Jeffrey, he was standing about right here, and he didn't see it at first either. Mike was over here, and he was looking in there. He was saying, "Dad, there's something in there looking at me." And the angle I was standing, I couldn't see it, right? And I said, "I'm filming, Mike. If it's in there, I'm going to get it." He said, "No, Dad, look in there. There's something in there." And then Jeff sounded off. He said, "Dad, look, I see the eyes. There's something in there." So I got curious, and I stepped over here to where Mike was, and I glared in, and I seen, it took about 10 seconds to make out that it was the yellow eyes. A Bigfoot, a little young Bigfoot was squatted down, and he turned his head sideways looking at me. And when he made that move, that's when I grabbed Jeff and Mike, and I took off and bolted that way. And I took him down to that trail that I just cut off on, and I walked back up a second time, and I filmed in there again. I checked it out again a second time. And when I did, and I shined the light in there on him, he juked at me like he was going to jump out at me. And I said, "No, no, no." And I ran up around that rock right there because I thought he was coming out after me. But he kind of like juke scared me to get me away from the hole. And it worked. That's what happened here. But of course, it's empty today. But I ran up around this rock. He went up there and then cut it back down to the buoys. And I just got out of the area. Like, nah, man. We had a Bigfoot in the hole. It was amazing, amazing encounter. We was 4 feet away from it. Not even. It could have reached out and pulled one of us in at any time. And it just sat there, stared out while we stared in. Man, it might actually work out to where I can get all my filming on just this camera. That would be a great day if I managed to make that happen. Probably will, because I'm talking about getting a new camera today. It'll probably work the whole day. And then I changed my mind about getting a camera, and it'll start acting up again. Now that's totally different. What's going on there? Massive mini breaks. Many structures in there. There's a lot going on right here. This is my first time seeing this. Wow. My stabilizer just died. Can you believe that? That's talking good on my camera. There you go. Now my stabilizer's going. So I will be getting the new equipment today. Oh my God. I just stepped in it, but there was a clear footprint right there. I seen toes, heel, everything stepped right there. I looked down and like seen that perfect barefoot, and I stepped right in it. As I was looking at it, it was too late. He's a big boy. There's a big boy living over here. Looks like my stabilizer's battery's dying on it. There it goes again.